Hello everybody, welcome to my first YouTube video with commentary ever. I know, very exciting. So if there's one thing the world needs more of, it's people on YouTube. The occasion for this video is you'll see me here on Ensk with my KV-13. This is the last battle I'm going to fight with my team. It's my 454th battle. And up until a few months ago, had you asked me, I would have said hands down the KV-13 was my favorite tank in the game. It was an absolute gem of a tank. It used to do 60 kilometers per hour, 105, 110 armor in the front. In my opinion, there's nothing this tank couldn't do. There's a couple nerfs along the way. The first one was the HE, which affected the Derp gun. Now that was way back in 6 point something. I discuss this a bit more in detail in my blog, which I'll link in the description. The second so-called nerf was to the matchmaking, where you now don't face anybody more than 2 tiers higher than you. And in the name of balance, they sort of looked at the KV-13 and decided to make some changes. So they took away 10 kilometers per hour on its top speed, some traverse, some armor. And yeah, it's turned the tank into, in my opinion, what used to be one of the most underrated tanks in the game to one that's just mediocre. So for this battle, I've put the Derp back on with the 8.1 patch. Gold rounds now available in-game for silver. So I have loaded gold rounds onto the Derp gun, just for the fun. Now on Ensk, if you're a fast tank or medium, you've got to cover this open side. And at the moment it's just myself and a Jagdpanzer, the T-59 coming at us. You'll see in a minute we're going to need some significant resistance over here. Luckily for me, the T-59 first bounces, then sees the incoming IS-3 and decides to get out with a slight parting gift from me on his way. Yeah, you know, there's one of the things that frustrates me about this game is there's a guy on the IS-3 here, tier 8 tank, heavy tank, obviously got some experience, and he just sits in the open and takes a pounding from the enemy team. I'm the only one here to seek any type of cover. You can see the enemy, significant in numbers, and they're all taking some pretty decent cover. And you see up there over on the right, there he is, the VK4502. It's Mr. X. He's another blogger who does blog quite regularly. I'll also put a link to him in my description. Yeah, sorry I spelled your name there wrong, Mr. X. Now, see, taking cover here, I have to admit that once I saw him, Mr. X became my prime target. We exchanged shots just there, and he bounced one off, or I bounced one off him, and he nailed me. Not only because he's another blogger and I wanted the bragging rights, but because I've seen his record. He's played like 9,000 games or something. He's a good player, so I knew he was one of the worst threats of those guys there. So here we go. You can see I'm using the zoom out mod. It's the only mod I'm currently using. I used to use a few others, but now I just don't play the game as much as I used to, so can't be bothered really. So the thing about these gold rounds is you can see I bounced off the T-59. They don't always go through, so I sneak around the side here and put one in the Pershing, and although he's hit, it's for no damage. So all these guys behind me here are shortly gonna fall. So Mr. X tried to sneak around the side there, and I managed to get one into the soft armor of that VK. And here you can see I shoot over the T-59. Boom. There we go. Now my glory isn't long lived because I die very quickly here as well. You can see I'm pretty much all alone. And yeah, they're gonna take me out here. So yeah, it's a good battle. You know, in World of Tanks I find too often you're either winning by a lot or losing by a lot. So when you find these matches that are really good back and forth and it's really hard fought, it's a lot of fun. So we ended up winning this match, I believe, because of the 2 heavies who went through town and capped. Yeah, Mr. X there is referring to the fact that I don't play the game as much as I used to. Yeah, they went through town and I capped it for the win, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you again on the battlefield. Take care.